Hey everyone, today I'm playing a scenario called An Unlikely Partnership. My sole survivor has stumbled upon another survivor being attacked by a bunch of raiders. The survivor's goal is to eliminate at least half of the enemy force with 5 units rounded up. That means I'll need to remove at least 3 raiders. The raiders simply need to eliminate one of my models. My team consists of the sole survivor with the 10mm pistol she picked up last time, the heroic card. She also has a fragile bobby pin and a Vault 111 jumpsuit. The survivor I've chosen to rescue today is Arcade Gannon. He has his plasma defender pistol and a Ripper. I chose him because of his ability Field Medic. Once per activation, he can remove 1 damage from basically a fellow teammate within yellow. The scenario suggests using dog meat, but I felt like doing something different, especially after the tutorial mission where you rescue dog meat. I set up numbers on the corners and halfway across the edges of the board, and I rolled a d8 to see where the raiders would spawn. And as per the video, you can see where they've spawned. They spawned a lot closer down this end than I would have liked. I'm also using the rules for exploding cars as well as radioactive barrels. I don't actually have AI cards for the raiders, so they're just going to follow a simple AI system of mine. They're going to charge aggressively without caution and try and get into melee combat. The raiders with guns will try and get within short range with their weapons using cover. Round 1. I choose Nora to activate first. She didn't roll any quick actions in VATS. Being within blue range, she took a shot with a 10mm pistol. Unfortunately, with the cover, she missed. I tried to spend a luck to make the hit but failed, and so for her second action she moves into cover and closer to Arcade Gannon so he can heal her. The Raider Psycho in this corner activates first. They take a move action. I'm just using the safe tech as a placeholder. Takes a move action and then charges into the sole survivor, gaining a black charge dice. Arcade ran into combat. I took a green dice as the charge dice, but he missed the attack with his Ripper, even with the outnumbering dice. This Scaver activates next. He runs up, gaining some eyeglasses. It was just a regular item. The Scaver fires into this melee, aiming at Arcade. He hits Arcade, and Arcade's unable to block it, and he does 2 damage. The Scaver does not take any radiation damage this round. Another Scaver activates and moves up to an item, finding a locked item. He's got no interest in lockpicking, so he's going to take a shot now that he's in long range. The Scaver fires long range with a pipe rifle across 2 pieces of terrain and hits. He manages to hit the sole survivor, who was his target. She rolled a 1 on her armor. She blocked all damage but has lost her strong arm bonus that she starts off with. The raider with the machete runs up and does not take any radiation damage. The last raider will move up and fire into the melee, focusing on Arcade. The raider hits the sole survivor instead, and she takes 1 damage. Round 2, and it's not looking good. Both my characters are in melee with a Psycho. The raider with the machete is about to run in and join them, and all three raiders with guns are in range. Thinking I might have to try and duck around this cargo container if I can. Arcade heals the Soul Survivor for 1 with his ability. He attacks the Psycho with his Ripper and misses, and he's going to move around behind the cargo container. Arcade will retreat behind the cargo container here. I had to double check the rules. This Psycho does not get an attack of opportunity because he or she is otherwise still engaged with another model. The Raider with the machete activates next. It charges into combat, gaining a black dice. It hits Nora and gains a quick action. Her armor blocked 2 damage, but she still takes another 2 damage. The Psycho had an amazing roll. The Soul Survivor fires at the Psycho, trying to prevent her from having her turn. She hits, and after armor does 2 damage. The Psycho has 2 damage left. This Raider with the machete takes the reaction to attack, hits, but the machete is unable to get through the Soul Survivor's armor. The Soul Survivor just misses the second shot. She tries to use luck but fails. Gaining no quick actions from her VATS, that is her turn over. The Scava moves up and fires at Arcade, who's not in melee combat. The Scava hits Arcade, punching through his armor, doing another 2 damage. Arcade's got 2 damage left. The Psycho misses her charged attack, but gains a quick action. The Psycho hit the second time, punching through the Soul Survivor's armor, doing another 2 damage. With the heroic card, she has 3 health left. This Scava moves up to flank Arcade. And this Raider will move into position, into covered position, to take a shot at Arcade next time. It's round 3, and my characters are surrounded and taking heavy damage. I can't see how I can come back from this, but I have an idea that I'm going to try. Arcade fired at this Psycho. He originally missed, but I used the luck point successfully to make him hit. So normally firing into a melee, you have to roll to see who you hit. I'm just using common sense here. He cannot see anyone else besides the Psycho, so I'm not going to roll to see if he hits anyone else. The Psycho managed to block 1, but he still takes 2, and that is enough to remove him from the board. I'm going to move Arcade back into cover, pick up this item, and see what I get. Oh, a danger. I drew Rogue Eyebot. Some Eyebots programming corrupts in the harsh environment, leaving them to roam the wasteland, sometimes benignly, sometimes not. Test perception to avoid it. I have already done that, and I actually rolled a crit. So there is no effect. Well, this Raider activates first, and he's going to move up into cover and take a shot at Arcade. With 2 obstacles in the way, he misses. Finally, we have someone taking some red damage. The Soul Survivor is going to make a run for it, giving that Raider with the machete an attack of opportunity. Fortunately, they miss. The Soul Survivor is going to take a shot at that Raider up there through 1 piece of cover. The Soul Survivor's attack misses. I tried to use luck, but failed. I did forget to roll VATS, so I rolled VATS, and I have 2 quick actions. With her quick action, she fires again at that raider. Got a crit. The raider managed to block 2, but then she managed to still punch 2 through anyway. And for her second quick action, she's going to prepare for these guys coming around the corner. This raider moves up and takes a shot at Arcade. Unfortunately, this raider gets a crit, and luckily he's only got a pipe rifle that only does 1 damage. Poor Arcade has 1 health remaining. Raider 5 activates next, moving up to get into short range. I believe that will trigger the Soul Survivor's readied action. She hits, his armor blocks 1, and he takes 1. He's going to fire back in kind. Her attack must have shaken him, because he misses. This raider goes last for the round. He doesn't have line of sight, so he won't charge, but he will be able to move up and attack with his machete. He hits, but the Soul Survivor's armor is able to easily shrug off 1 damage. Round 4, and we haven't wiped yet. Under heavy damage, although the raiders have taken some damage too, so I don't know. Let's see what happens. Arcade heals the Soul Survivor for 1. With his first attack with his Plasma Defender, he is able to do 1 damage to this Scaver. He fires on the Scaver again and hits him second time, punching through 1 damage. Really frustrating because the Plasma Defender rolls 2 black and a green. None of them rolled extra damage, so we're slowly whittling this guy down. He's still got 2 health left. Machete guy activates. He hits the Soul Survivor, but the machete doesn't get through the armor, and then he misses his second attack. I activate the Soul Survivor next. She gains 2 quick actions from her VATS roll. She hits the Scaver on her first attack. All the damage goes through, and that is him gone off the board. That is 2 guys down. We only need to get 1 more off. The Soul Survivor attacks the machete guy. She hits, managing to punch 1 damage through the armor. As part of that close combat move, she's going to slide around to this side. For her quick action, she's going to use her critical and auto hit that raider up there. It is an auto hit, but I get to roll a black and a yellow. Actually, I believe that's in addition to the normal dice, so that's another black and another green. Let's see if I can't get some bonuses here. If I can get some bonuses here. That's awesome. 2 extra damage coming in. He has got 2 health left. He has 2 armor, 4 damage incoming. So I believe I've got this. Yep, all 4 damage goes through. He gets taken off the board, and these 2 run for their lives. What a crazy game. The Soul Survivor finishing with 4 out of 7 health, and Arcade with 1 out of 6 health. I thought I had lost it. I think some good moves, retreating and moving behind this cover really helped, and Arcade's healing ability was useful. By saving Arcade, the Soul Survivor has earned his trust, and he'll be able to appear in the final Survivor scenario from this campaign.